Hey y'all, I wanted to share with you a couple of layouts that I made during the end of April Crop and Create Delivered event by Scrapbook and Cards Today. It was a very fun event, and as I get these layouts completed, I will share them with you because I did not complete all the layouts because I go at a pretty good pace. And you have the YouTube videos, you can pause it while it's live, or you can go back and watch and finish it. So I did start on a lot of the layouts, so when the next class came, I put everything back in the bag and then put it away so I can pull it back out and pick up where I left off. The couple layouts that I did finish that have photos on them, I wanted to share with you. Now, this first layout was a class by one of the classes by Megan Andrews using Simple Stories flea market line. And when this line came out, I thought it was adorable, and I thought, but I won't never use that. And then it was in this class, and I fell in love with it so much that during International Scrapbook Day sale, I bought another collection and a couple of the items that we did not get in with the Crop and Create kit. So, to talk about this layout for a minute, first the photo. This is not a very good photo. It's a snapshot of a photo, a black and white photo. So I want to get the original photo, scan it in, but I put this on here kind of as a nice placeholder so I would know the size. And this is me, and that's my sister. And the title was Vintage Me, but I did Vintage Us and added some simple stories out of those sticker books. I added the us, and everything else is flea market. She had us do this rolling technique, which at first I didn't want to do. And then I thought, because it does add some width to your layout page. But I thought, what the heck? It's a class. I want to learn something new. And I did it. And I really ended up loving how it turned out. Now, inside of these rolls is a piece of plastic straw. Now, Megan used paper. She said it's a lot sturdier and environmentally friendlier to use paper, which it is, instead of plastic, but I had a plastic straw handy and that's what I used. So the trick is to cut the plastic straw a little bit smaller than the width of your roll so it doesn't stick out, so that you leave the plastic straw or the paper straw, whatever you're using, you leave it in there, and that'll help keep it from getting smushed. So I did, in addition to adhesive, I did use a little bit, I went back later and used a little bit of glue to help hold these in place. So basically what we did was we cut these strips and placed our photo here, and then added our embellishments. We did this little cluster up here, and these plates are fussy, well, except for this one, are fussy cut out of, there's a sheet in the kit that is just china plates, and they're all fussy cut out of that piece of paper. We use some of the floral embellishments, and here's some dies and a couple of, well, a few puffy stickers, and then a couple of stickers, and then we cut this out. I think we cut this out. I don't think it was a die cut piece because it's pretty big for journaling, which I need to go back later. And when I finished this and I sent a photo to my sister, which she used to scrapbook, and she says she's still going to, but I don't know if she ever will. But she asked for one for her. So that's part of the reason why I ordered another kit, is because she loved it too. And I got a little piece of paper right there. She asked for it too, and so I wanted to make her one that kind of looked just like this. And then we finished it off with a few enamel dots. In the second layout I want to show you that I completed and added a photo to was one by Paige Evans. Now, I did have to, I made a mistake and I had to go back and fix it, which that happens because, well, let me explain this part first. This was a sheet. This is from her new collection, Blooming Wild, I think it's called. Whatever her latest collection is, this is from it. And this was a full sheet of scallops. So we fussy cut the scallops and then adhered them to another one of her background papers, and it was a pink, a soft pink with a little bit of pattern to it. So when she started adhering them, she started from the bottom up. So I thought, I'll start from the bottom up and I'll just eyeball it. And, well, my eyeballs were off because she said, oh, if you have a little bit of a gap at the top, you can use one of the branding strips to cover that up. Well, my gap was like from here to here. So what I had to do was cut it off of that paper, and then I just added it to a piece of plain pink cardstock out of my stash, which it still looks great. And I kind of even like it better because this is plain, which the pattern that was here wasn't busy at all, but you have all this busyness, so it was a happy accident. We took a sticker, or the Rick Rack sticker, added it here, placed the photo. Now this was just such a funny coincidence because the day before, my sister and niece were going to a wedding, and she was telling me the dress that she got to wear, because it was a nice dress up wedding, but it wasn't a very fancy formal wedding. It was at like a vineyard barn type event. And so I said, oh, send me a picture of y'all dressed up. And she had texted me this picture, and then the next day we did this class, and I was like, what a coincidence, because their outfits matched perfectly with this paper. So I printed it out and I had my photo for this particular layout. So the photo is popped up, and then we just started embellishing. And you know, Paige is a pretty big embellisher, and I thought, oh, that's going to be too much stuff, but I think I did not put a couple of things up here because she used a small photo, and then she used one of her chipboard frames. I think it was probably like a 3x4 photo. So she had more embellishments going up the page, but since my photo was larger, I had to cut back. But all of this is pretty much like it was on the layout that she did in the class. And this is just items from her, from that line. We've got chipboard stickers. Well, I wouldn't call them stickers because, you know, you have to glue them. They don't really stick. And puffy, we got some puffy titles, and I had thought this would adhere on its own, and it didn't. I had to go back and glue it. So I pretty much just added a little dab of glue to all this stuff to help hold it in place. And then there's some little stickers here, the hearts and some puffies. And this is I think this was a die cut. Yeah, this was a die cut. And then we just added some little bits and pieces on there, and it turned out really cute. And here's a place for the journaling, and that is it for this layout. So as I continue to make layouts from these past classes, I will share them, but I'd rather share them with a photo on it than with no photo on it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was I had purchased this. This was probably come from Tuesday Morning. It's a We Are Memory Keeper scallop stamp, and I was using it for another class that was taught, a flip book, where we made a scallop border. So I pulled out this scallop, and I had to fight with it. So I just wanted to see if anybody else had this issue, if there's a fix for it. If not, this is going to go in the trash can because it is so aggravating. But when you put your paper in here and punch it, it stays down. It punches, all the stuff comes out, but you see, it will not open back up unless I take a pair of scissors and just kind of put it in here. And, well, look, it may not even do it now. Finagle with it. So it doesn't want to release very well. So if you happen to know a little trick for that to repair it, let me know in the comments. If not, this is gonna go bye-bye. And it's really cute. I hate it, but oh, there, it finally fully released. But it's, I don't know, for some reason it's just sticking. This pops back up, but it doesn't release your paper. And there, it just released it. So it's sticking or something, I don't know. But anyway, that is it for today's video, and I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.